Hello friends, how's it going? Today is Tuesday, March 17th, and it is St. Patrick's Day, and this world is changing drastically minute to minute. We don't even know what the next minute holds, and what a great opportunity we have at our fingertips. So there's probably a stranger sitting in your house by now, and you're recognizing them to be your child, and you are now presented with the task of trying to homeschool your child, and here we go. We all have such a huge, great opportunity to reestablish the home as a place of discipline, discernment, and information exchange between the parent and the child. No more hiring out the education and maturation of your child's mind to an outside secondary source. It is now back to where it was designed to be. And so I'm going to give my thoughts, because I was once a public school teacher and now I am a homeschooler. I homeschool my 4 children. I used to run a program with 200 kids, and now I run one with 4, and I am absolutely 100% completely confident that being at home with 4 is 3 times harder than running 200 at public school. Yes, it's much easier to keep them in line and keep them disciplined and doing that at school than what it is to be at home and keep 4 disciplined at home until there are some ground rules established that turn the home into a place of discipline, just like the school. But there's some things that have to change about the home first. The first thing is the technology has to go away for the child. Yes, the technology serves right now as a dopamine, serotonin, oxytocin chemical pump in their brains. It's just releasing chemicals, and when that goes away, they no longer have the ability, for a while, with much resistance I'm sure you're going to experience, to have those chemical hits of success. And it's not necessarily helping them remember, retain, and be able to teach information any better. So once that goes away, the technology's gone away, you introduce, say, hey, child, check this out. This is a book. These are pages. These are words. They don't move. You can't change the font. It's a book. Trying to force your child to read a book right off the bat. Don't go there. Don't go there. Second thing is, we have to establish a geographic location in our house that is viewed as hallowed, sacred place, where when we are at this place, this is the place at which we exchange information, ideas, thoughts, struggles, fears. Anything can go on this table. Anything can be discussed with an open mind, without accusation, and over which we will enjoy food. And the better the food you can acquire to have while you're at this place, the better. You cannot consume outside secondary entertainment while you're at this place. No phones. No phones even in distance, not even in your pockets. They're completely away from you. No chance to be distracted by an outside source. Eye contact is needed. And it would be really good if we use the dinner table, not the couch, because if we're at a couch, the focal point is probably the TV on the wall instead of the eyes of the person on the other side of you. That is the needed focal point. And if we are distracted and looking other places, the other person feels like they're not the most important person in the room, and you've just lost the opportunity to establish the dinner table as what it should be in the American household. And we've lost this ability as Americans, as we have to now sit, and we even have to now be entertained while we eat. We can't just sit and eat and enjoy somebody's presence in silence or in conversation. We have to be consuming entertainment on our phones and on our TVs, and we just have to constantly be stimulated all the time. And now that we're going to take that stimulation away, we're going to say, child, give me the phone. Talk to me. And you just sit there and listen, and they're like, and then they're not going to know how to do this at first. And that's okay. That's all right. You may not either, and that's okay, and that's all right. So, establish the dinner table as the place at which learning happens. Once this is done, it is all so much easier from here. The dinner table is a very sacred place in our house. We consume really high quality food, and if you don't have high quality food at your disposal or access, I know things are getting really crazy right now. I just ask and pray that you cry out for help. Throw your hands up and let somebody help you. Nobody can help those who don't know those are in need. Say, I really need some food for my children and I. And I pray right now that somebody will step up and fill that void, fill that need for you. And if somebody doesn't come the first time, continue asking for help. Do not stop asking for help, please. Call on the patrons, your neighbors. This is what neighbors are supposed to do for each other, but we've urbanized America and we're all so close, yet we're so far away. We don't know anything about our neighbors. Anyway, going on. So the dinner table. No distractions, no technology, just you and food, and then you're going to unlock the key into the child's ear, and it is through their ears, unlock their mind, you know what I meant. Unlock their mind through their ear, unlock it, and figure out what your child is curious about. Yes, if you can figure out, see, kids today are not curious. They're just consuming entertainment just to keep them stimulated, and that's not keeping their curiosity going. Find out what your child is curious and passionate about. And if you have multiple children, you're going to find out immediately, if you don't already know this, your children are wired so differently. And you now have the greatest opportunity in the world to be able to cater to those differences and be able to lift up and accentuate and magnify those differences and be like, you're different than her, and this is awesome, instead of making them feel this guilt that they're not the same. It's not supposed to be like that. Take their differences and magnify them and run with them and go, you are an amazing person at this, and she's not supposed to be, or he's not supposed to be. This is you. And the public school is not set up in a manner to do that. You know, I have so much love and respect for people in the public school. They're amazing people that are stuck in a platform, a very rigid, draconian platform of information exchange that cannot cater to the differences by which children see the world. But you can. This is the way it's supposed to be. This is our job anyway. So, curiosity, and then turn that curiosity into the different subjects. You can use music. You can teach anything through music. Music is just a vehicle. It's not a subject. It's a vehicle by which you teach the child discipline, discernment, history, math, art. I mean, you can go anywhere, and you can do it with video games. You have to think creatively. Don't try to teach math. Use math as a vehicle to teach discipline, because that is our goal. We want our children to be disciplined, discerned, and be able to think with a clear mind and a clear conscience, and be able to make decisions for themselves. All of these different subjects that we teach in school, we try to ram the information down their throat. Well, it's not supposed to be like that. The subject is supposed to be used to spawn their curiosity about the world, to teach them how to operate as human beings that cannot be controlled by fear. And the more a child is disciplined, the less they respond to fear and impulse. So if your child, or you even, are freaking out right now, it's because you don't understand discipline, or your child doesn't understand discipline. And it's easy to do. There are so many great sources online on YouTube for you to check out, but I wouldn't recommend using those while teaching and talking to your child. My purpose for making this video is in the process of all of us learning how to be parents again and teachers at the same time. Our roles in the home is going to change drastically, And that's great. This is such a great opportunity for us. And I pray for those children that are going home to an environment that is not desirable, that environment change. And if there's a neighbor and you can invite those children over to turn your kitchen into a classroom. The kitchen is the greatest classroom of all the people. The kitchen is a classroom. The dinner table is the desk. And it can be awesome. I just hope and pray that it is. I fear for some children, but I think for the majority of America, that for those that are fearful, don't be, because you are being presented with an opportunity most of us are never going to get in our lifetimes again. This may never happen again. These next few 4 to 6 to 8, 12 weeks, however long this lasts, this is a very small window that you may get to unlock the mind of your child in your house that could totally change the whole trajectory of their life. And this is one shot that you are not going to get again, and we can't screw this up, because it's going to go by like that. It's going to seem like it's taking forever to go by, but it's going to go by quick. And when everything kind of goes back to normal life again, your child could have the opportunity to be a changed human. And I pray that that happens. Anyway, I hope y'all are doing well. This is a crazy time. This is a time for us to pull together, to bind, to return the relationship that neighbors once had back to that. If you have a need, call on your neighbor. Let your neighbor do their job as they're intended to. And if they don't scoff them. Don't hate them. Just smile and find another neighbor. Because out there are good people. There are. Anyway, I love you guys. I hope you're doing well. We got this. This is going to be great. For Donia, I'm excited for us to see what we do in the face of a challenge. Anyway, you guys take care. Love you all. See ya.